Here's your drill, and this will address a myriad of issues. Okay. Keeping these things in mind, right?
Right.
Do we need to leave these down there?
That's right.
Okay. The drill is basically this. Line this thing up, put this bag slightly forward of where the ball would be.
Mm-hmm.
You take your grip, you take a swing that starts to get you. This is your P2, what they call P2.
Yep.
Shaft parallel to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
The angle of the face is basically the angle of my spine. Did you see that?
Yep.
Okay.
You told me that last.
Yep. And you
last
get
fall.
there. You get there because the shoulders do this. This V that we have here.
Yep.
That makes the club go there. This V right here is the same as the V right here. It goes there because I put it there. I do not lift it up. Okay?
Well, don't you at some point? Aren't you going to start lifting then?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
I'm going to start lifting it. But what I'm going to start doing it when I get to here, then I'm going to start to lift it into here.
I got
okay?
that.
Once I get it lifted into here, my goal is to let my weight and my rotation get me into my P7 position, which is that. Now, this rotation has to happen in order for me to get into my alignment. My alignment is with shaft and arm parallel, arm against my pec, but my left shoulder is rotating. So I'm not moving this way.
That's been a flaw I've had. I tend to.
Yeah. So as you rotate, this left leg straightens out a little bit. The weight goes to your heel. When you rotate, heel. The heels in the golf swing are the accelerators, the toes are the brakes. In other words, if I'm ever in a situation where I'm into my toes, the brakes are on. I'm slowing the swing down.
Okay. Right.
If I swing into my left heel, I'm accelerating because everything can really move if it's on the heel. If it's into the toe, you got to think of it as a brake. Okay? So as you move into your alignment position, which is basically right here from my P2, right? My weight is starting to go a little bit to the left. Now from here, it's all rotation. Weight left, heel, shoulders rotating.
Do that again.
You don't even hardly feel this release because the club wants to, gravity is pulling on the club, and as you pull it into its alignment position, the wrists are releasing.
Yeah.
They're almost releasing automatically because they have to, because you can't, the gravity is pulling on that head, so it's going to pull it down into its proper position. If you intentionally try to release it by doing something with your hand, it's going to happen early, and you're going to get...
I have been.
So as you start to practice this, you want to feel as though going from 6 to 7, as you rotate the left shoulder back, hip rotates, weight goes on the heel, you almost have to get into it. It's got to align. You really can't do anything other than align. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's slowly. I want you to. Okay, so now you take it back up. Bring it back up. Now right down to where you're at P6. Right about there. Okay. Now from here, I want you to think of the weight is going to go. I want to go on your heel and left. Nope. Don't turn. All I want you to do is, when you get to here, your weight is going left, right? Okay. So now let's get into your aligned position, which is here. This shoulder, right there. So if this, give me your address. What's your address position? Okay. All right. So now, all I want you to do now is I want you to lean a little to the left, let your hip open up.
I'm getting the top of that.
There. That's impact. That's impact. No.
You're right. You're right.
The body goes where the head goes.
Just now, watched your head stay around.
Yeah, your body goes where the head goes. If your head goes over here, you're way out forward. So you got to stay here. Because don't forget, we're trying to go in a circle. There's your impact position. Okay. So now, if you took the club back to here, and as you start to bring it down, get yourself into your alignment position right there. Right. So the wrist release is as you bring this club down. It's coming down to here. Here it is right here. All right. Don't do anything consciously with the wrist.
That's
Now rotate and get the weight. No, don't do this. This has to go this way. It doesn't go around.
I was spinning.
No, you can't do that. You got to go here. Got to stay here. This is your impact position. That's not your impact position. Okay?
There's been a couple times, it's always bad hits, I hit it right, and I remember thinking, and I remember realizing my head was over here.
Yeah.
Right, that one time I must have accidentally spun my body right.
Right. Now what Gary is saying, when he talks about the right side coming around, that's after you hit it, right? And then his assumption is that he calls it the right side of the hit. Which means he goes from here, he goes around. But all we're doing the same thing. The only difference is if you misinterpret that and start to make it go around before you even get to the ball, you shut the face, you ruin the path.
You said that's a long-standing problem I have.
Yeah. And that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
He turns his head. Now, why is he doing it? He's turning his head to put his head in the proper position to make it easy for his shoulders to turn.
Okay.
So now, if you think about it, if you try to keep your head looking at the ball and then try to rotate your shoulders, this is harder to do than it is to do it with that. So that's why when I'm playing particularly well, I feel as if when I take this club back, I feel as though my left ear is getting a little closer to the ground, which means my head is slightly turning. And then when I come down, I leave it there. And when I leave it there, I know I'm coming from the right path. If it starts to go left, I'm usually destroying my path.
To practice all these, you think I'm best served to spend a good chunk of my time right with impact bag and just...
Yeah, I mean, plus you want to have an impact bag, or you want to have a mirror or something where you can do this. Wait a minute for a second. Where you can do this slowly, so that you can watch yourself from this position here go to alignment. You see when this happens right here?
Yeah.
My shoulders are going from here to there.
I'm good. I'm good.
There's no intentional. The reason I showed you where this goes is that as you start to understand it better and not early release it.
That's my problem. One of my problems.
Yes. If you understand it a little more and then you don't early release it, you can really apply the pressure, but it has to be in sync with this. If it's not in sync with that, you're going to throw the head out of whack. So I can lean on it and release the hands, release my wrist harder, but I have to be rotating in order to do it. If I'm rotating properly, I can release it because I'm going to have room. If I'm not rotating properly, if I try to release it, I'm not going to have any room. I'm going to release it early and I'm going to hit the ground. You have to be moving into this where you want this See this happening?
Yeah.
Yeah. That motion right there gets me into my alignment position. My weight is back here. My hips are rotating. My head is dead still. See where my hip went? My shoulder?
Yeah.
I'm almost in my 99.
I don't want to get into this today because we're out of time, but I want to start thinking about my driver a little bit. And is it right to say everything you just told me on using
Absolutely
7
right.
will apply with the driver?
Absolutely. The only difference is ball position. Now, because the driver is off the ground, it has to be forward. And I'm not, and because it's up in the air, I do not want to hit it with a descending blow. I want to hit it with a slightly ascending blow. Okay?
Yeah.
So, but the principles, as I come forward into this thing, there's my impact position right there. But it's not on the ground. It's now in the air.
Yeah.
So that little turning I made. Right?
Yep.
Same thing. I have to get to that. See?
Yep.
You have to be there. You can't be here. You can't be there. You have to get it to alignment. Alignment, and as you're moving on plane, right? On plane. This assumes you're on the plane. As I'm pulling it on plane and then into alignment, it's effortless because you're on plane in the orbit. If you're outside the orbit, it's going to feel uncomfortable because you'll be pulling something against all the geometry and the physics of centrifugal working in that orbit.
That makes sense to me. What I had done in the past, I hadn't paid attention to plane. I'd gotten a club shaft too vertical, and then boom.
Sure. Yeah, if it gets vertical, and I try to release it, how can you possibly release it with any force? It's got to be coming up, right?
Yeah.
Butt to the target line.
Yeah.
Right. As I'm rotating, I'm pulling it on alignment. I pull it right back into this position. Mm-hmm. See where it is? Mm-hmm. And from here, when my left shoulder turns and my weight goes to my heel and my arms get to my aligned position, whack. There I am.
I'm good.
aligned.
Oh, good. Then this next week, I'm not going to spend a lot of time with that, but it'll help me to be able to visualize how to scale up what I'm doing with my irons.
Yeah.
I'll start moving to that.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
And you can do these shots with the little half shots where you're you're getting it properly aligned when you start to see the ball heading out and the ball is heading out and the ball is going straight.
Yep. I've swung that club maybe 70, 80 times in the last few weeks.
Okay.
Of that, 2 times it went straight. Every time it went over to right. And I'm just
Well, when it doesn't go straight, when it goes to the right, why?
we go over here.
Yeah, well, when it goes to the right, why does it go to the right?
More than likely because of the club face.
Face is open?
I'm probably hitting still across the ball.
Face and path. It's always
Yeah,
the answer is face and path. If the face and the path are in the proper position, the ball will go straight or start a little to the right and go. If face and path is proper. If the ball goes to the right, the path is probably going left and the face is open.
Some of the biggest hits I've made this last 2 months have been straight pulls.
Yes.
And I'm not sure how.
Path and faith.
Towering.
Yes. But the path and the... Oops. You're good. Okay, thanks. The path and the face were going left. If both the path and the face are going left, which means that as I'm coming down here, the path is going left and the face is going left. You can hit a towering shot because you're pulling the club across so it goes this way.
Yep. Yep. I've done
Gotta
that.
go left. But think about it, Steve. Once you understand all these things and you're practicing, as you practice, because you astutely practice, Think about when you get on the golf course and you're on a dog leg and you're caught and you're saying, I need this thing to go dead left. Well, now you know how to do it.
You told me that last fall. I don't want to. Yeah, I think it'd be nice to have that option to do.
Yeah, but once you understand path and face, now you can you're set up for, you have a difficult situation, and you don't get scared of the difficult situation. Like Phil Mickelson, you think he gets concerned when he's got to go around a tree? Bubba Watson, when he won the Masters and he hit that enormous hook around, you think he knew he's going to hook it around there. The question was he going to hook it enough or was he going to hook it too much? But on that day, he just happened to hook it perfectly, right? So you have to go left. You want it to go out and then you want it to go left. So you hit it. You hit a regular shot like this, but you roll it over a little bit and you get that little bit of a nice little hook. There it goes, right around the corner. And if the guys will say, oh, Grace, look at you, you know how to... It's no big deal. If you understand the physics...
I'm catching on to this. And what I've messed up on in the last couple of months, and I scream from that, I'm messing up with this one. I put so much in this snapping a whip thing,
Yeah.
and it's been wrong.
No, the whip snapping can be applied if this is getting out of the way.
Yeah, but I can't control that yet, so I'm not...
Yeah, so as you get better at rotating out of the way and getting into alignment, now you can delay this a little bit. As you start to delay it, that means you can let it go at the last second. That takes extremely good timing. And that's where these guys...
That may not ever be practical for me.
That's right. For a lot of golfers, the problem is that when I teach this stuff, I don't intentionally teach delayed wrist angles because the student has too many other things thinking about, and then what happens is they think about the thing that is most obvious to them, which is the head, because they're connected right to it.
Yeah.
And so what do? They spend all their time trying to figure this thing out, and in the meantime, as you know, they can't get the ball to go in the air, right? So if you teach them not to do that, if you're teaching no significant change in the wrists, what happens is they swing and they think they're keeping their hands in the same position, and they get to here, and they don't think they release their hands at all. But they still have that little angle in the wrist angle that came from address. So now they start to hit the ball, and they say, I didn't release my wrist, I just did that. And you say, well, you got a straight shot because the base and the path were going right there.
I'm cool.
Good?
All right. Enough to do that.
Good? Here is a triangle formed by your shoulders and your arms, right?
Yes.
Okay, so all I want you to do now is I want you to move that triangle over there. Nope, you're lifting your arm. You're just lifting your arm. You didn't move this piece of
I see what you mean. Okay.
This base of the triangle has to go too, right? So let it go. Let it go a little bit deeper. Shoulder down a little bit more. Okay, straighten this out a little. Relax this a little bit. Okay. Now, you turn the base, this is the base of the triangle, the line between your two shoulders, right? Yeah. You turn the baseline of the triangle back to the dress position. What I'm trying, let's do it this way. Let's work about the base. Let's do the base. Let's do the base angle.
2-7.
Okay. Hold this right here. Hold this right here. All right, so this is the base of the triangle, right? The arms form the other piece. Get in the address position. Okay, so now, on the way back, you're going to put the base of the triangle there. Now the base of the triangle has turned, so now the triangle is out here. Huh?
That's off that way somehow.
Yeah. So okay, so now all I'm saying is the weight's going to go a little to the left, and we're going to turn the base angle of the triangle right to here. See that? Okay, so if the arms are still connected right to the base of the triangle, and you return the baseline of the triangle to here, where are the arms? They're right at impact, right? Okay, so now you turn the base of the triangle all the way through to this.
I'm moving.
Yeah, right. And as you move out of the way with the hip, now the base of the triangle is here, right? So if the arms, if the extensions, what do you call them, the angles of the triangle are sticking out this way, your arms are here. So if here you are, here's the triangle sticking down here, right? You move the base of the triangle over here. Now the arms of the triangle are right here, right? you move the base of the triangle back through impact as the weight goes left, and you rotate it over to here. Okay, so if this is the base of my triangle here, right? It turns over, even if it's a short shot, it turns slightly, which means that the arms of the triangle go here, right? So now I turn the base of the triangle back, gets to here. Here. And now if the base, if the arms are going and the triangle is moving this way, well, look where the hip goes. This is all connected together. See where it is?
Yeah.
So now this piece is facing here, the arms are here. Well, in order to make that happen, and for them to be able to move, they can't move this way. They have to be able to move with the flow, because you're trying to do this on that inclined plane, right? So that means that they have to travel on the plane. So if I'm moving everything on the plane, if I'm moving this triangle on the plane, it's going here, it's coming back down to impact, I'm moving it on the plane, it's got to go to here. Right?
I get that straight. I get that straight.
I'll send some. I got something for you I want to send.
The wrist release, you showed me the increase right up here.
Yeah.
And where I didn't understand was how to transition that back down.
Yeah.
I got it straight now.
It's only going to go from here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As the arms straighten out, goes there.
Yeah.
It never actually.
There's almost this little arm rotation to that.
Well, it has to, because once again back to the base piece, as this piece of this triangle turns, this arm is the right hand arm of the triangle, right?
Right.
Okay, now it's up here. Now if it's going to go to alignment, it's got to get to there.
All right, I'm with you.
There it goes right there.
I'm with you. I'm good. I'm good.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir.